Rush Limbaugh is going to answer a question about what happened to him with his healthcare scare in Hawaii, well, from a caller. And what he says in response is a little amazing. But understand this context. Rush Limbaugh apparently pays out of pocket for any expenses that he has. And, obviously he had that scare in Hawaii. He went to the emergency room. He held a press conference afterwards saying about, you see this, I got the best care in the world here. Yeah, I know, Rush, because you are a multi-millionaire. Yes, if you make $50 million a year, you get excellent care in this country. But he says, no, anybody can get it. Now, listen to his answer and see if this really applies to you. Let's go to clip number 9.
Let me tackle first in order the things that you've said here. You've said that the treatment I got would bankrupt you, and you guessed that the treatment cost $40,000.
Right, that's correct.
Okay. It did not cost anywhere near $40,000.
Okay.
It cost less. It didn't even cost half what the average SUV owned by the average American family is.
Right.
Jesus.
Now, you say that the average working man couldn't come up with a payment plan, couldn't afford this.
Right.
Because of the American lifestyle. You got to have your mortgage, you got to have a car, you got to have this and that. And then you say, then you say that this is why liberals are for health care, because they're compassionate. What you're saying is you want me and other citizens to pay for your health care that you don't want to have to pay for. Who do you think is going to pay for it if you don't?
But you're paying for it anyway by the people who are not insured anyway. The premiums that you're paying, or if you had a traditional...
I don't pay premiums. I purposely opt out of the health insurance system because of my own proclivities. I just don't want to be involved in a bureaucracy. I have no desire to have a government bureaucrat in the state or an insurance company bureaucrat deciding, getting in the way between my and my doctor. Now, I know I'm very lucky in this, but it's something I've worked for.
Yeah, but there's only...
And that we could get to... No, it used to be that way for everybody in this country, Fred. It used to be until liberals got involved in this. When I was a kid, went to the doctor, they sent a bill. Hospital sent a bill. Medicare, Medicaid come into play, all this, the government creating HMOs, thank you, Ted Kennedy, prices start to skyrocket. There's no reason this had to happen. And there's no reason we can't go back to the way it was.
Oh, there were a couple of gems in there. It was just a half of the price of an average SUV. Oh, that's all? I mean, what are we talking about, average SUV? $30,000, $40,000? Okay, what is that? Half of the price makes it $50,000 to $20,000. Who has $15,000 to $20,000 to give to a hospital if you felt a little chest pain and you went in? But this guy, he's living in La La Land. He has no idea. $15,000 to $20,000? Who's got that lying around? Hey, sis, you got $15,000 to $20,000 lying around? JR, you got $15,000 to $20,000 lying around?
I'm not telling you about it.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, okay. 15 to 20. What? It's just half the price of your average SUV. What's the big deal? Man, you think he's one of you? You think he's for the common guy? He has no idea what the common guy's dealing with. That's why he says half the things he says on his show. He just, if you notice in the second half of that, he was like, who's going to pay for it? Me? I don't want to pay for you. I only make $50 million a year. I'm not paying for you. No, Rush, you missed the whole point of insurance. We all pay into a fund. Okay, and if we need it, then we get out of that fund. That's how insurance works. And as the caller pointed out, we're all paying in anyway, and those guys who don't have insurance are getting out all that money from their emergency room care, et cetera, et cetera. Well, if we all get insurance, that's the mandate, that's the upside of the mandate, right? Then we all pay into it and then take it out when we need it. That's how insurance works. Now, Rush doesn't use insurance. Why? Because of his proclivities. Oh, yeah, you don't care, but you don't want the bureaucrats. Dude, I see you, man. We all see you. He doesn't want any records of all the crazy stuff he's doing. You think he wants the bureaucrats? Okay, he doesn't want anybody knowing all the pills he's taking. It's so obvious. It's so obvious. Look, put aside speculation about why he got, sick or had a pill panic or whatever it is, right, over in Hawaii, because it wasn't his heart. And they say it's not his heart now, right? But we know in the past he was a drug addict. He says it. He says, yeah, I confess, I took hundreds of pills a day. Okay? You think he wanted that in his medical records? No. That's why he pays. And he's a multimillionaire, so he can do it. So he pays out of his pocket and goes, $15,000, $20,000. Who cares? What difference does it make? And then he's like, I remember the old days when Doc would come in and he'd give us an apple, and that was fine before the Democrats came in. You listen, you moron. Okay, back in the day, people died because we didn't know how to treat cancer. So the doc would come in with an apple and a saw, right? And then, you got a problem with your leg. And they saw it off, okay? And yeah, you could pay for them because the saw doesn't cost that much, right? Now we do chemotherapy, we do cancer, etc. We don't have $15,000, $150,000, $1.5 million lying around to pay for that, okay? Now, it's a good thing. We save a lot more lives with that treatment. That's why we pay into insurance, and then if we need it, we get it out. But Rush doesn't want any part of that because he's got his own money, and all he cares about is protecting his own money. You're coming after my money. I don't want to pay for it. And I don't want you knowing what I'm doing. Him pretending he's for the common man is the biggest joke there is. And if that didn't show it to you, nothing will. Then you're blinded by it.